everyone, it is Tuesday and we are back with another massive update for the channel. Grab a coffee or whatever keeps you awake because we have a lot of ground to cover today. Let us just dive right into the absolute madness happening in Genoa City right now because things are getting completely unhinged. And let me tell you, the hospital is basically ground zero for the biggest scandal of the year right now. So we really need to talk about Nate Hastings. Because Nate is right in the middle of the biggest mess of his entire life, and it is a really bad one. He is walking down the halls of Genoa City Memorial. The lights are too bright. The floors are too shiny. He is just tired. So incredibly tired. Malcolm Winters is in a coma fighting for his life. His family is falling apart at the seams. Lily is crying all the time because she feels so helpless. Devin is screaming at everyone because that is just how he handles trauma. And Nate is just trying to hold it all together. Trying to be the good guy, the reliable doctor. The rock for the Winters family, but it is hard. Really hard to carry all that weight. So Nate is just walking past the rooms in the intensive care unit, just minding his own business. Probably looking for some bad hospital coffee to keep his eyes open. Or maybe just a quiet place to think for a minute. But then he hears something, voices, coming from a room that should be empty. Or at least quiet. And he recognizes the voices instantly. It is Dr. Stephanie Simmons and Holden Novak, the supposed miracle son. The guy who just showed up out of nowhere to save the day and join the family. But they are not talking about saving Malcolm. Not at all. They are arguing, or whispering intensely in that panicked way people do when they are hiding something. So Nate stops in his tracks. He stops and he listens. Because something in Stephanie's voice is just wrong. It is cold, calculating, not the voice of a worried mother or a caring doctor at all. And what he hears next just completely blows his mind. It blows my mind just thinking about writing this. Because Stephanie is laying it all out in the open behind that closed door. She is talking about the DNA test, the definitive medical test that proved Holden was Malcolm's biological son. The test that made him a certified member of the Winters family. But it was a lie. A total, fabricated fake. Nate hears her say it with his own two ears. She manipulated the results. She used her high-level medical access. Her technical knowledge of the lab systems. To alter the lab data, to make the DNA perfectly match the Winters bloodline. Holden is not Malcolm's son. He has zero Winters blood in his veins. None. Zero. He is a total stranger to this family. But why would she do this? Why go through all this insane trouble? Why fake a highly sensitive DNA test while a man is literally dying in the next room? Money. It is always money in this town. And power. Because Stephanie is not just looking for a heartwarming family reunion for her kid. She is looking at the Chancellor Winters empire. The massive corporate giant that Neil and Catherine built. And more specifically, she is looking at a trust fund. A gigantic, multi-million-dollar trust fund. Set up exclusively for the sole male heir of the Winters line. And with Neil gone, and Malcolm dying on a ventilator. And Devin being wrapped up in his own legal battles and corporate drama. Stephanie saw a massive loophole. A golden chance to slide her son right into the absolute center of power. To claim that insane amount of money. To steal the entire legacy from the inside out. So she orchestrated this whole charade from the very beginning. This massive, disgusting, calculated play. She brought Holden to town at the exact right moment. She played the worried ex-lover perfectly. She played the hero doctor who just wanted to help, but it was all a scam. A long con designed to put Holden in the big chair at Chancellor Winters. To get her hands on that trust fund before anyone realized what was happening. And Nate is just standing there outside the door, listening to this evil plan unfold. His brain is completely short-circuiting, because this is his family. This is Neil's legacy. This is Lily's company. And this woman is trying to steal it from right under their noses. While they are literally crying over a dying man in the ICU, it is sick. It is just so incredibly sick and twisted. And Nate just cannot take it. He just can't stand there anymore. The anger boils over like a kettle. He pushes the heavy hospital door open. He walks right into the room, and he catches them. Right in the act of plotting, the look of pure shock on Stephanie's face must have been absolutely priceless. Caught red-handed. Busted. Game over, or so Nate thinks in that heated moment. Because Nate just starts yelling. He confronts her right then and there. He calls her out on the fake DNA test, the technically manipulated lab results, the disgusting plot to steal the Chancellor Winters Trust Fund. He lays it all out on the table. He tells her she is a complete fraud. A criminal who belongs in a jail cell. And that he is going to expose her to everyone. To Lily, to Devin, to the police, to the medical board. Everyone in Genoa City is going to know what she did, but Stephanie does not back down. She does not cry. She does not beg for mercy like a normal person would. No, she gets mean. Really, really mean. She looks Nate right in the eye without even flinching. And she threatens him. She does not even blink. She tells him that if he breathes a single word of this to anyone, if he tells the Winters family the truth about the fake DNA, she will absolutely destroy him. She will use every single ounce of her medical power, her vast connections in the medical community, her influence as a respected doctor, to completely ruin his reputation, to strip him of his medical license permanently, to make sure he never works as a doctor again, anywhere, ever. And this is an incredibly heavy threat. Because Nate has a very dark history. He has made huge mistakes before. We all remember when Devin punched him and shattered his hand. He lost his ability to perform surgery. He lost his identity. He fought so incredibly hard to rebuild his career from the ashes, to be respected again in the hospital, to pivot to management and then claw his way back to being a trusted medical professional. His medical reputation is literally everything to him. It is his entire life, and Stephanie knows this. She knows exactly where to hit him to make it hurt the most. She is holding his entire life and identity hostage, just to protect her scam, to protect her fake son, and to secure the millions of dollars she wants to steal from his family. So now Nate is stuck. He is standing in this sterile hospital room, staring at this absolute monster of a woman, and he has a choice to make. A terrible, impossible, life-altering choice. Does he tell the truth? Does he walk out of that room and go straight down the hall to Devin and Lily? Does he blow up Stephanie's master plan and save the Chancellor Winter's empire? Save the trust fund from being looted, but if he does that, he loses everything he has worked for. His career, his reputation, his life as a doctor, gone in a flash. Because Stephanie will follow through. She is ruthless enough to do it. She will crush him like a bug. Or does he keep quiet? Does he swallow the bitter truth? Does he let this fake heir, this Holden guy, just walk into his family with open arms, let him take the money? Let him take the power at the company, let him lie to Lily, who is already so broken and vulnerable right now. Let him lie to Devin, who is already a ticking time bomb of rage. How can Nate possibly live with himself if he does that? How can he look at Neil's portrait on the wall? How can he look at Malcolm hooked up to those machines in that hospital bed, knowing that a total fraud is stealing their legacy while they watch? It is tearing him apart from the inside. You can almost feel the tension in the room. It is thick, it is heavy. Nate is a good guy at heart. He really is, but he is also ambitious. He is proud. He does not want to lose his career again. He fought way too hard for it the first time, but family is family. And the Winters family has been through so much trauma lately, it is just endless. Lily being manipulated by Victor with that fake kidnapping plot. Devin going completely crazy over the Mariah situation and filing rogue legal motions. Malcolm fighting for his life against a rare disease. They just don't need this right now. They don't need a fake brother stealing their money and breaking their hearts. But maybe they can't handle the truth either. It would break Lily. It would absolutely destroy her, to know that the brother she just accepted, the guy she thought was her blood, is a total fake, and that he is just here to rob them blind. Lily is already dealing with the guilt of not being able to donate her own bone marrow because of her cancer history. She was so desperate for a miracle. And Stephanie handed her a fake one. If Nate takes that away, Lily might just shatter into a million pieces. And what about Devin? If Devin finds out about this, oh man. Devin will completely lose his mind. He is already furious about everything else in his life. He is already stressed to the max about Chancellor and Mariah. If he finds out that Stephanie faked a DNA test to steal his family's trust fund, Devin will destroy her. He will not care about medical licenses or threats or anything else. He will go scorched earth. He will burn her to the ground legally and financially. But Nate has to be the one to light the match. And he is holding the match right now, but his hands are shaking. Because he knows the explosion will catch him too. And what about Holden in all of this? Is he a victim here too, or is he totally in on it? The way Nate heard them talking, it sounds like Holden knows exactly what is going on. Or at least he knows right now. He is standing there while his mother threatens a respected doctor. He is complicit. He is part of the scam now. Even if he didn't know at the very beginning when he first arrived in town. He knows now. And he is letting it happen. Because the money is just too good. The power is too tempting to walk away from. Chancellor Winters is a massive prize. And they are so close to grabbing it they can probably taste it. So Nate just stares at them. The anger is still burning in his chest. But the fear is creeping in too. The deep, paralyzing fear of losing everything. Stephanie is just smiling that cold, dead smile of hers. She knows she has him backed into a corner. She knows he has a massive amount to lose. She is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She used Malcolm's tragic illness as a weapon. She used Lily's desperate need for family as a shield. She used the hospital's DNA lab to forge the documents. And now she is using Nate's career as leverage, all to get to that trust fund. It is a masterclass in pure, unadulterated evil. It really is something you have to see to believe, because if he lights that match, he burns too. Stephanie will make absolutely sure of it. She will drag him down into the mud with her. She will fabricate evidence against him. She will ruin his good name, so Nate just walks out of that room. He leaves them there in the quiet hospital room. He needs to think. He needs to figure out a way out of this impossible trap. A way to expose Stephanie without losing his own life in the process. But time is running out fast. Holden is getting closer to the family every single day. The trust fund is sitting there in the bank, waiting to be claimed by the sole male heir, and the fake heir is ready to take it all. This is exactly the kind of daytime drama that keeps us glued to the screen. The raw, unfiltered betrayal, the dark family secrets, the massive amounts of money, the vicious threats. It is all happening right now, and Nate is the only one who knows the actual truth. The only one who can stop this runaway train, but the price is so incredibly high. Too high maybe for one man to pay. We will just have to wait and see what he decides to do next week. But whatever choice he makes, it is going to change everything for the Winters family, forever. And it is going to be messy, so very messy.